My name is Yoichi Iida, and it is my great pleasure to join all of you here today. Allow me to introduce some of our history in the AI discussion, the policy development, as well as some contribution to the international discussion uh, through our government. In Japan, as many other countries, we recognize the high possibility that AI technology may bring a huge impact on society and the economy, and started an expert-led discussion in year of 2016. The fundamental idea at that point of time was we should maximize the potential of this innovative technology and to benefit to all the people across the nation. In order to avoid hindering innovation, we should promote free, open, and enabling environment for AI developers and AI service providers. At the same time, in order to provide safe and secure environment where citizens can participate in AI society without concern, we should discuss and formulate rules and governance for AI by multi-stakeholder approach. We should listen to all stakeholders, including people with challenges and risks, and make use of the power of this technology for addressing these challenges while avoiding increasing risks. Such inclusive AI society is a basis of our national policy objective called Society 5.0, where we believe all people could enjoy good well-being by utilizing AI and other digital innovative technologies. Based on such understanding, Japan proposed international discussion on AI principles in G7 ICT ministerial meeting in year of 2016, and we believe this proposal led to the international discussion at OECD and G7 and to the adoption of AI principle at OECD in 2019. This achievement was also supported by G20, and the same content of the AI principles was endorsed by the national leaders at G20 Osaka Summit in the same year. We also believe discussion at G7 contributed to establishment of global partnership on AI, GPA. During this whole period of discussion, our fundamental position is that AI society should be based on human-centered principles, and it should be promoted with free, open, and enabling environment grounded on non-binding soft law governance. We believe inclusive participation of various stakeholders should ensure safe and secure environment where all stakeholders can adopt and use AI systems and services without concern. From such viewpoints, Japan strongly supports OECD AI principles and is now domestically discussing and implementing how to adopt and deploy, operationalize these principles into the society. And I assume this is the similar situation with many other countries or regions. We are learning business and social use cases and good practices or bad practices, where AI developers and service providers are promoting responsible AI, and in particular, identifying the challenges and the key successes. At present, we are running some projects in private-public partnership to promote AI usage by voluntarily referring to AI principles, including technological research and development project toward advanced collaboration between AI and human beings, or social deployment projects of advanced medical care by using AI applications and other applications. These efforts are aiming at advancing voluntary self-regulated AI governance by multi-stakeholder participation, and we look forward to having progresses in promoting implementation of AI principles without relying on binding regulations or top-down approach, but by sharing good practices and key successes among stakeholders. We, of course, expect and would admit that in some cases in the future, AI may bring extremely high risks or may be used in the context where which does not allow try and error approach. In such cases, we will need to take strict regulation to legally bind AI use or even prohibit it. We recognize the need to watch and learn from other countries and regions so that we may keep consistency in our policy with other regions. However, at present, Japan still believes AI is still in its infancy as technology, and the use cases and the context keeps rapidly evolving and changing, so that too early introduction of excessive regulation may risk hindering innovation. We are also elaborating our case studies and risk analysis to understand the technology better. When we consider the possibility of introducing binding regulations in the future, we expect they need to be measures precisely hitting the risk, need to be limited to specific sectors or use cases with high risks, and they need to be limited to the minimum necessary from risk management viewpoint. While making efforts domestically, we are also watching and participating in international discussion at various fora and keeping our eyes closely on three recent progresses. First progress is UNESCO's AI ethics recommendations. As many of you recognize, this recommendation was adopted last month, and it's elaborated based on OECD AI principles, and is pursuing the same direction of self-governance by non-binding regulation. One of the strengths of UNESCO is the large number of membership, including developing countries. We understand one of the main objectives of UNESCO recommendations is to outreach developing countries to share democratic values. We strongly support this objective and decided to work collaboratively with UNESCO in cooperating with developing countries, including Africa. We are hoping to share the concept of human-centered AI and democratic values with those countries so that they may foster democratic AI environment in their country. The second progress is the development in GPAI discussion. GPAI is a global initiative with multi-stakeholder participation, where various experts from different fields are working together to promote implementation of responsible AI or by project-based efforts. The experts from various backgrounds, such as law and economics, or representing different communities such as civil society or labor union, are working together, and the GPAI is more focused on project-based activities. For example, I heard one project is conducting an analysis of algorithm used by social network service provider for response in illegal and harmful content online. This is only possible with cooperation by social network service company, and we find value of GPAI's activities in such case. I hope we can learn a lot from such projects and share the achievements with the rest of the world. Japan is now incoming chair of GPAI Council and will take the lead chair next year. And we are hoping to lead this initiative to share the result and achievements with the many countries from the world. The third progress is OECD's activity. The Committee on Digital Economy Policy at OECD decided to establish a permanent working party on AI. The strength of OECD, Committee on Digital Economy Policy, is that they have plenty of accumulated knowledge and expertise, not only on AI, but also about the data and the other aspects of digital economy. Japan is strongly committed to such efforts and initiatives, and we will do our best to working together to achieve a sustainable and inclusive society through the implementation of AI principles, and always happy to work together. Thank you very much for this opportunity today.